Over the next few years, there's going to be about £5 million invested here in West Croydon and the London Road area. Around £3.5 million of that is going to go into the physical infrastructure, and about £1.5 million is going to go into what we are starting today, which is the West Croydon investment package funded by the Mayor of London. Now, the investment package is basically made up of 6 projects. There's Entrepreneurs for the Future, which we are working with the Prince's Trust. There's the Local Employment Creation Project to help businesses create jobs. There's the Root and Branch Support Project focusing on 14 to 16-year-olds. We have the Community Connectors and Social Audit, which is going on. We have the West Croydon Safer and Cleaner Coordinator, and we're going to appoint a person to this post pretty soon. And there is the West Croydon Enterprise Hub, which is going to be inaugurated by the Mayor today, which is a place where businesses can come and seek support for various business activities. So,
a lot of my work's based down in West Croydon and specifically here on London Road. Work a lot with the local community, the GLA, to try and bring investment and money into this part of the borough. So really helping London Road, the traders and the residents here to sort of come back on their feet following some pretty difficult times through a number of different initiatives.
Everyone was asking me what's going on in the area, what's happening, and I think it's extremely evident from all the stands we've got here and all the development profiles you can see on the wall there, that just about everything is going on in this area. The world is becoming a very small place, and we must, in our vibrant and busy borough, be able to seize every opportunity that is available to us. In my role as Mayor, I meet so many talented young individuals from all backgrounds, and it's great to have the support of all these professional bodies here to support those wonderful people under one roof. So all I would say is that whether you're trying to get a job, set up a small business, or you want to already improve something that you've already developed, I think the answer is going to be here within the support networks that we've got here.
Okay, so I'm Mike Nelson. I work for the Prince's Trust and manage the Enterprise Programme in London. We're concentrating at the moment, particularly in the borough of Croydon. We're doing some concentrated work and trying to help as many young people as possible go into self-employment, particularly in the West Croydon area. Because obviously we've identified a need in Croydon. There's loads of young people that are crying out for opportunity, and the support that we give at the Prince's Trust should help a lot of young people to be able to be given the opportunity to start their own venture in self-employment. We give an awful lot of support in terms of mentoring, and we do bespoke clinics and workshops, and we get pro bono legal help as well. So the package of support that we give is really helpful for young people, and we're here today helping to open the Enterprise Hub in West Croydon, and we're very pleased to be here, and hopefully it's going to be the start of something great for West Croydon.
Friends, as some of you may remember, I used to be Deputy Mayor for Policing for the first 4 years of Boris's reign. And frankly, it seems like only 5 minutes that I was sat on the 8th floor of Scotland Yard watching the city burn, and remembering the footage and watching the footage of Reeves Corner in particular repeated again and again and again on the TV for 24, 48 hours. And I remember thinking then, oh my God, how are we going to recover from this? As 22 of London's 32 boroughs went up in flames. It was horrific. And I remember coming and with Boris when he, if you remember, dashed back from his holiday and walking the scenes of devastation here in Clapham, Tottenham, elsewhere. It was like a film set. We couldn't quite believe it was real. But the truth is, it also prompted some soul-searching, some thinking at City Hall and elsewhere in the government about some of our satellite town centres, if you like, here in the capital, of which an enormously important one is Croydon. Now, of course, part of that thinking was this new effort, if you like, between local authority and the Mayoralty to try and do something about a town centre which, let's face it, had been struggling for some time, where large occupiers had been leaving, where there hadn't been attention over some time to the public realm. And so the Mayor decided to invest £23 million in Croydon to try and sort it out, because he recognises, as the local authority has done as well, that if London's economy is going to boom, if we're going to be as successful a city as we can be, that success can't just be about Zone 1. It has to be about the satellite towns and town centres of the capital. And so it's incredibly important that we invest in Croydon. And during those 24 months since the riots, what a time we've had. The Mayor putting in 23 million, Hammerson Westfield announcing a massive development, the local authority really putting its shoulder behind economic development here in the town. And for the first time, I think, for a long time, people can look at Croydon and see a really bright future for the town centre, and see really strong employment prospects coming through. And I know a lot of the small businesses that I've spoken to in the area are really now optimistic about the future in a way they haven't been before. And I pay tribute, I have to say, to the local authority, who we've been working very closely with in pulling all these plans together, for their foresight and their, if you like, flexible and cooperative attitude in making all of this happen. But I was particularly keen to come and support tonight's launch of the Enterprise Hub, because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but one of the biggest was 18 years ago. I started my own business, and it's been a fight and battle ever since. Like many of you who are business people in the room, I've fought with everybody: the tax man, the VAT man, the health and safety guy, my customers, the bank. They've all tried to put me out of business over those 18 years. I'm still hanging on grimly by my fingernails. And you know, the one thing the government's never done in all those 18 years is help me. The first contact I had with the government, I don't know how many of you know this, but when you start a limited company in this country, the first letter you get the very next day is a brown envelope from the Inland Revenue. They want to know, how much can we expect? Literally. It doesn't even say, well done, congratulations, nice to see you've started. They've never said thank you for all the tax and the money and the jobs and all that kind of stuff. So, to see a local authority, to see an organisation putting money and time into something that is going to help business, for once, was a great source of joy to me, and so I was keen to come down and celebrate it with you, and in particular, small business. During those 18 years, one of the things that's always driven me nuts is whenever politicians talk about business, they always wheel out a FTSE 100 chief executive and pretend it's business. Well, it's not really. It's admin, it's HR, it's a bit of creative accounting, it's administration, really. Business is what people here on London Road do every single day, which is go out risking their own capital, carving their living from the coalface with their bare hands, through the wit of their and sweat of their own brow, making a living for them and their family and their employees, and they don't get enough help. Well, that's all changing now on London Road. They will get the help, they will get the support, the legal advice to take on those agencies and others that want to put them out of business. And critically, people who have a great idea, who feel passionate about something, but don't know where to start. There are so many of them out there, particularly young people, have the opportunity now to walk through those doors and have a helping hand, someone to hold their hand as they walk through all that paperwork, all those problems and all those issues that I've experienced over those last 18 years. It's hell, it's hard, the stress is difficult. But I can say I haven't had a boss for 18 years, which is fantastic. No one can ever sit across the table from me and say you're fired, which has been a wonderful thing. So it's great to be here, fantastic to support it. I judge how well areas of the city are doing by the number of invitations I get. The buzz is indicated by the number of invitations to events, to launches, to openings that I get. And I have to tell you that number one on the table at the moment is Croydon. I've got 3 in 10 days. And that tells me that Croydon is changing. And with all of us working together, with the massive investments that are coming in the future, with the council, with the GLA, with the mayor, with me, I think we can make Croydon a better place in the future. And that I hope at some point in the next 5 or 6 years, I get an invitation to come down to congratulate you and celebrate with you when you are awarded your, whatever it is, your charter as a city. Fingers crossed.
Can I also, at this point, say that's the first time I've heard somebody from GLA at the Mayor's office saying City of Croydon. I like the sound of that a lot.
Why not?
That is fantastic. So thank you, first of all, Deputy Mayor, for making Croydon your first borough. I was going to say first borough, now your first city. That's very kind. And if this is going to be a city, then no better place to start looking at the city and to feel the city and to understand the diversity of the city that the Mayor referred to earlier than West Croydon and London Road. This is a very special area. I've only been here 5 months. I've been lucky enough to work in other cities, and this has a real buzz of a place that is going somewhere. There's a real momentum amongst the community, amongst traders, amongst businesses, and amongst the partners who are displayed here tonight. Everybody, whatever political party, whatever organisation you represent, whatever part of the community you represent, or business, everybody's pulling in the same direction and wants this place to be really successful in the future. And I just want to say tonight, my small two-penny worth is this. We've talked a lot about West Croydon and London Road, and it was great to hear Kit talk about the future rather than looking backwards. But now we move to a situation where we stop talking about strategy and plans and designs, and we start to move into delivery mode. Right of today, the future of West Croydon starts now. The Enterprise Hub is about to be launched by our Mayor as your Enterprise Hub, not ours, yours. It's the place where you, businesses, young people, people in the area can get advice on starting up and developing, expanding your businesses, and even dealing with HMRC as well. This is the place where you'll get advice on enterprise here. Secondly, the public realm improvements start now. We've done our design work, we're ready to start the early wins of improvements to the traders and the shop fronts down London Road. The first 30 traders have signed up to the programme to see improvements to their shop fronts, and I know there are 60 or 70 others waiting to do just the same. Thirdly, the public realm, the streets themselves, making the streets more beautiful, more attractive, safer, cleaner and greener. But most important of all, what makes all this come together is what we see tonight. It's about partnership, and I would like to thank the CBA, and I know the Chairman and Vice Chairman of the CBA are here, because among all the partners involved here, this would not be possible tonight, and the Enterprise Hub would not be possible without the fantastic support of the CBA, of the Chairman and Vice Chairman of the CBA, of Steve, the Chief Executive, and everybody involved in the CBA to make it possible tonight, but also to house the Enterprise Hub, which is your Enterprise Hub. So ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the start of the future now, and this area, this special area, is going to get what it deserves, which is all the support and backing from everybody to really grow and develop and be the home of enterprise in the new city of Croydon. Thank you.
My name is Javel Nelson, and I'm a young entrepreneur in the borough of Croydon. With regards to the Young Chefs Academy, or let's just say the Young Hospitality Academy, is where we're going to provide both front and back of house service with the team of people I'm slowly but surely putting together, where we're going to be teaching them how to deal with basic ingredients, recipes, show them basic life skills, and generally how to budget and, you know, create yourself a healthy, cheap meal on a tight budget.